Lewis in Chino Hills, California. Hey, Lewis, what's up?
How you doing, Tom? Love your show, by the way.
Thank you.
Wanted to comment on...
I'm surprised more women aren't calling about this, by the way. I'm getting lots of... Oh, maybe that's a woman calling. No, it's not. It's actually my doctor's office.
Too.
Okay, so go back to you.
Yeah, I wanted to comment on the guy you had, the nut, or the religious nut.
Mm-hmm.
Any man that's over the age of 30 that believes that men are superior to women is just basically an idiot. What bothers me is that you have these religious people, and they're trying to say things like that is the reason why this country is breaking down, when really the morality of this country is breaking down, not because women are working, but because there's for example, 30, 40 years ago, pornography wasn't as accessible as it is now.
Right.
When you turn on the television, children the age of 5, 6, 7, 8 years old are able to watch some of the most violent things on television. Why don't the religious right attack that? You know why they don't attack it? Because a lot of the religious right, the ones that are part of the 1%, they own corporations or CEOs of corporations that, in one hand, they sit up and talk about how, we're a God-fearing people, but yet make all these billions of dollars off of putting filth on the television for children to see. Right. One of the biggest reasons I feel why there's so much divorce in this country is obviously one big factor is adultery, but because nowadays men and women see so much pornography on television, on the internet, and there's so much accessibility. It's so easy now on the internet to just meet someone.
It's largely consumed, Lewis, by men, by the way. I think it's 18% of women and 52% of men watch pornography with some frequency. I saw that statistic this morning in a New York Times article, as I recall. But I would suggest to you that the rape culture that we have been talking about on this program over the last couple of weeks, and there's been some very, very good writing about, particularly over at Alternate and some of the other websites, but particularly at Alternate, about the rape culture and the women who were fighting back against Facebook, the misogynistic stuff on Facebook, that all of this eruption of misogyny on the internet, of women hating on the internet, is a reaction to women having equal power to men. I just think that that men are fundamentally weak and insecure, and when women have power, some men react that way, and men need to get over it.
You know how they can stop so much of the rape in the military?
Oh,
it's one simple reason. I never served in the military. My father, he served in the 82nd Airborne back in the 50s. There were women in the military then.
Sure.
The difference was, my father told me, he was in for 6 years. He said there was the Women's Army Corps. I think when it comes to the military, women should be absolutely allowed in the military. But when it comes to especially these combat units, there should be a separation between men and women. There was not so much of this rape going on back in the 50s.
Well, but if you look at...
My father told me...
If you look at other countries...
He was in there for 6 years. He said he never even saw women.
No, I get that. But see, you're operating again on the assumption that if men see women, they can't control themselves and they rape them, and that's simply not true. And if you look at countries that have integrated combat units, like Israel, for example, you don't have as anything close to the rape problem there that we do here. And one of the reasons why is because women don't have to report rape up their chain of command. They can report it outside of the military to civilian authorities or to military authorities that are not part of their chain of command, and therefore they don't have to worry about reprisal. Because very, very often rape happens in the military by superior men, and by superior I mean higher-ranking men to inferior-ranking women. And this is why we keep seeing all these cases of, there's another one just came out, I think, Lackland Air Force Base, the DIs. Anyhow, Lewis, thanks for the call. We'll be back. It's 45 minutes past the hour.